Go find this bar. Oh, there's multiple levels. I need to explore this area.
My buddy Mitch keeps asking me if I can help him out with something, but I just don't have the time.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Easy now. I'm Vanguard. Heard you might know where Percival Walker is.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain...
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him?
What are the Red Devils? Unofficial Vanguard business.
Uniform certainly looks real enough. Well then, Captain. I expect you should have no problem answering a few simple questions about the Vanguard, right? Like knowing, for example, what Supra et Ultra means. You remember your Vanguard motto,
It's all right. I can vouch for this one. He's Vanguard. True as they come.
And you're someone I should trust, huh? Why?
I'm UC military. Retired. Can give you my gene tag code too if you'd like.
Not necessary. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. That's good to hear. Now, you want my opinion? Most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
And, one soldier to another. Sidonia's full of old utility tunnels and crawl spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the Authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. Now, what say you get out there and help Dr. Walker?
Psst, hey, you. Maybe Vanguard. Come here.
But
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
going to try.
Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any... B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
Uh, awful lot of work to avoid buying a pillow, but sure I'll help.
Great, great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Roger that. Where the fuck is the door?
Just because the governor's office is right there on the main.
Oh,
Cool, I got Pope. I talked to him. I should have went back to that bar and seen if any of those guys were open to hiring. Ex-military would be the perfect bodyguard. Not that Sarah's, you know, no good at it. It's just, you know, rather not have. So I'd rather her stay on the ship. You don't even have to get on your ship. It's a short hop. Me bollocks, is it a fucking 800 meters? Hey. Bum, bum. Ship coming in. You know where the constellations is like organization, it's all about like exploration. But they don't have any like safe houses on other planets. Like you think they'd have like a safe house on Aquila and like a safe house on Neon. Not even a safe house, you know, like a kind of, yeah. Oh, this is the stuff.
Hope you've calibrated that thing.
I have. The serious question is, they built on Mars underground. Why not build underground on Earth? Oh, wait. Mars has an atmosphere though, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Earth doesn't have one. That's a bit problematic. Hello there, gentlemen. Oh, you're dead. Oh.
I never liked him anyway. Come on.
Yeah, get up, sir. Fuck him up.
Sadly for you. Fire!
Get some cover now!
access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Fucking deep does this go?
This must lead to the miner's living quarters.
Let me try my new legendary.
I can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground.
Ow! Don't mind me, just rolling all your meds. Penicillin X, you say? Okay, I'll sleep for now.
One of these days, we need to actually get some sleep after going to bed.
Okay, that's Sarah. This is not the time to bang.
That last click is so satisfying, isn't it?
making our way down using the cave in the back of the area.
Seriously? God damn, that took a lot. A lot of it. I should probably mine it though.
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
Yes. Yes, it is. We'll get one more piece and then we'll just go. I think these are bugged. There we go.
Found me a target.
God damn, if I could aim this thing, I'd be insane. Burn the boss.
I never liked them anyway. You're dead. Dead.
Stop running. Or did that guy have a minigun? Alright, what do I need to do?
Hello? Oh, took care of this.
I just need a micro gun. Wait, what did I get? There's like another one I got. Furious calibrated hard target. What's a hard target? It's a.
Lasers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Ares 2330. This is the machine.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis.
This could be like, yeah, it doesn't work, sorry.
Analysis complete.
can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresh room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Alright, once again, I gotta sell stuff, so I will be back, and then once I sell stuff, we'll go back to the circle and take it from there. Alright, after what felt like an eternity walking back and selling everything, we're back here now.
We've got slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear. Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's got to be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Use what? What did you give me? Bro, you gave me nothing. Alright, let me see if any of these... Any of you marks for hire?
Okay.
You...
Hello.
No.
Vanguard. I don't care if you're the damn fleet admiral. You're not a red devil, so you shouldn't be here.
Who are the Red Devils?
Negotiate the heck out of that negotiation.
Oh, okay. For some reason, he was explaining, like, making them less wear and stuff, more efficient. I was like, oh, is it like a drug? I was like, I understand less wear, but more efficient? But obviously, it's robots. Yo, I got the best thing ever. You want to buy some shoot off me?
Something else?
Yup. I have a business proposal. How much does he owe?
I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest that's accrued, it's something substantial. If you're feeling charitable, I'd be happy to look it up for you.
I have a business proposal.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
A chem made from aqueous hematite.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before. And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
Makes your miners more efficient.
An interesting proposal, if your data pans out.
It will.
But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard.
I already cleared them out.
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool. And the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work. Bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials. The licensing fees unknown. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
I want you to clear Percival's debt.
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it?
Why do I get the feeling
Well, it seems
his
we
debt
have
was
a
like
deal.
really like small?
And here, a finder's fee
Oh.
from the authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain.
Thanks.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health.
You heard it here first, folks. Working hazardous.
Injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork
Yeah.
or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
You said personal were devils. What does that mean?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno-weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with Xeno-weapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
Such a waste of resources. You could have, like, repurposed all the Red Devils into something else. Getting rid of them? What the hell?
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devils HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Why'd you give me 500 credit? What am I gonna do for credits? Down we go. I feel like that's the same elevator music or sound Bethesda's been using for a long time. Am I irradiated? Oh, this is the new sniper. I forgot about. I forgot I had this. Any stuff to steal? I mean, borrow? Oh, I thought I was going to have to jump that. That would have been a bit... Let me try that again. This one goes somewhere. Perfect. Good, I don't want any more of that wastewater stuff.
Constructing that massive structure in this cavern must have been quite a feat. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Yeah.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the Trade Authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at?
Terramorph.
A fast-growing terramorph. That is concerning.
Damn right it is.
Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Uh-huh.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Alright, checked out Doc. I'm gonna look around.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian.
What?
I'll need to get this all in a slate.
I thought they bombed the ports.
Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Collected from the Terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh?
Nope.
This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a city wiped completely off the map by Terramorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Talsetti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Or does it take you in the analysis to Hadrian? Get your boots on. We're going to stop any more attacks before they start.
Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Yep. Hey, my follower. Can I use this very quickly? Sorry. Got stuff to do. Still need titanium. Alright, Doc. Are we going? Surface? Perfect. Going up.
I have things for you.
Later, Sarah.
Humorous one.
Except something you might be interested in. The miners pretty much run the lower level.
wonder if mining is easier in zero, like lower gravity. I would assume it would be. Less strain.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Not a lot of folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger like that.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're alright. Hey, you ever try your hand at mining? Honestly, you might be good at it.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
More comfort than I usually like, but nothing I can't match.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
If all you need is someone to charm them, I'm your guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we've done. Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, let's get to the cabinet.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Let me guess. You missed me.
Yeah, that's definitely it there. Let's go. What the fuck just happened? Oh. Fair. I'm wondering how, Wondering if it's possible to look at other research in.
Did you know I used to have an office near the top of Mast? Far the mighty have fallen, eh?
I didn't.
Captain! Over here!
Hello.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of
for
full
fuck's sake.
disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named
What?
Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay. You're not your father. If the Cav doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
No, we're good. Let's do it.
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Alright, let's go.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the band.
Is House Varun gonna be here?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
He made it clear that addressing the issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
What?
Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Send me in, Chief.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world.
We got this.
Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
Damn right.
You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there.
Got it.
We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
Will do, ma'am.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Move, 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 move. Oh. How's it going, boys?